Hi, I'm Mitch Rankin, the co-founder of Forward Protocol. This video is based on information and insights from the block research and other sources that are trusted by institutional investors, by traders, financial service professionals, digital asset and blockchain infrastructure service providers, by regulators, policymakers, and by crypto enthusiasts to help them remain the most knowledgeable in the market. To the average person on the street, the crypto blockchain world sounds so complicated. Well, we're going to make it simple, non-techy, and easy for you to understand. We'll talk in layman's terms, easy to use and understand language with Forward's main theme in mind, which is making blockchain easy to understand and easy for you to use. The information that we share is from Forward Protocol's perspective, and our views are our own and not to be used as financial advice. The crypto space is confusing, it's scary, and it's exciting all at once. And Forward is the voice of reason in a sea of chaos. And we'll help you understand what's going on in the next couple of months. The purpose of this video is for information and education only. And we're talking about blockchain adoption, and our Forward protocol fits in and plays its part. And by Forward, we mean you too, our community members. So let's chat about the integrated model of Web3 and how it's evolving from Web1. And I'll try to keep it as non-technical as possible, but if you get stuck, please just stop the video and go and do some research on Google and then come and catch up when you're ready. Web1 is the name given to the first stage of the web's growth and the evolution roughly from 1991 through to 2004. And it wasn't a very scalable model. Web 2 has increased the capacities for client-to-server communication and allowed a much more bidirectional communication between clients and servers. And essentially what this means is computers could start talking to each other. It allowed users to write and update data in a secure, reliable, trustworthy and scalable way, which was not possible in Web 1. Web 2 was made up of client servers and computers that competed through Internet Protocol stack, and a good description of this would have been the participative or social web. So if you compare Web 1 and Web 2, sometimes Web 1 is referred to as the read-only web, while Web 2 is referred to as the read-write web. And what this essentially means is that the read-only web is where we were allowed to search for information and then read it. But the read-write web, which is Web 2, was where we have the ability to contribute to content and to interact with other web users. And these capacities paved the way for new original innovations and developments, such as user profiles and internal messaging systems and social networking platforms that we use every single day. So now let's have a look at Web 3 and find out what it actually is. Web 3 can be described as a horizontal expansion of the Web 2 infrastructure. And the vision is that it will increase a user's capacities for taking back the control of their data, their privacy and so on through decentralization, ownership, verifiability and execution. And I'd like to go through a few key areas so that we understand the significance of the proposed changes coming in Web 3. Firstly, let's have a look at the data management. Web 1 was relatively decentralized, with most of the web pages being static informational pages that were hosted on various internet service providers, various ISPs, that ran web servers and free web hosting servers. With Web 2, data is stored on database management systems, and they stored on privatized and centralized servers in Web 2, and many of these are paid services. One of the reasons for the server-side privatization and centralization is the economic opportunities that came with the social developments of Web 2. This was the first time that we could actually create thriving digital markets and buy and sell things online. In fact, it was the first time that many of us had the opportunity to actually build an online business. And like any market, knowing your customer is vital for effective marketing to them and to getting your product sold. And this gave birth to a whole new sector. And we saw the explosive growth of digital marketing, as well as the commercialization and commoditization of personal data. It created a massive race amongst the tech companies to own this data and to exploit it for gain. And the tech giants that we know so well today, the ones that survived the dot-com crash, have kept competing right to this day to find ways to capture and control this value. In fact, data is one of the most prized commodities on earth today. Companies like Amazon, Microsoft, Google, and Facebook started dominating the cloud infrastructure market as power became centralized by a few companies that control these valuable resources. And so the battle for data continues. And it wars around privacy. And the question remains, will users be able to take back control of their data in Web3, or will the control remain in the hands of a few? Well, time will tell. We'll have to wait and see. So what does Forward do? Forward makes blockchain easy for you to use and understand. If you're a developer, you can use Forward to deploy your own creations and profit from it. Other platforms can use Forward to reduce their barrier to entry and get to the market sooner without large capital outlays or long development timelines. Other blockchains can integrate with Forward Chain for platforms to quick deploy on them in a click. And other blockchain technology can integrate with Forward Factory and provide a solution to their users. Forward doesn't compete with anyone. We collaborate with everyone out there in the market. We make things simple, and we connect the traditional business world with the blockchain world using a no-code toolkit, and we make the dream of blockchain adoption easy and practical. We know one thing for sure: if it's easy for you to use, you're going to use it. So come and join us, and let's move forward together.